Okay, well, we got everything put back together. It's actually pretty easy. I'm going to recap what I did. First, you need to loosen these hose clamps on the air intake here and here. Just flathead screwdriver. Undo this vacuum line. Undo the vacuum line back here. You want to take this little bracket loose for the throttle cables. They're in the way because they go right over the top of the valve cover. I had to loosen this clamp, pull it kind of out of the way when I was taking the cover off because it was hitting it. So I just loosened it up and pulled it up. I didn't take the hose off as I really didn't want to refill with antifreeze. I had to take all this electrical lines loose off of the compressor. I don't have a belt on mine because the compressor is locked up. But anyway, I had to take all these electrical lines off. I taped them and marked them. It also goes to the for the distributor and the alternator. Just pulling them back up out of the way somewhere. Then once you get everything kind of out of the way, pull these hoses back. Then just start unbolting it. I kept all my bolts in order, so I put them back in the same holes they came out of. Then you pull the cover off. It's very simple. I mean, there's a little bit of working you gotta do. This main wiring harness runs back behind the cover, between that and the firewall. It was kind of a pain to work around, but I was able to do it. And then once you get the cover off, you want to make sure you clean it really well. Clean the cover up really good. Each one of these bolts, there's a little rubber gasket and underneath it here, and that should come with your gasket kit. You replace those, make sure those get put back, clean up all that area real good because it could leak there. Also, one other thing that got in my way, back here at the back, there's a ground wire bolted down there's a nut holding it on that I was able just to take off. Wasn't a big deal. I think it was just a 11/16 inch for socket, fit back there, and was able to take it off. All the bolts for the cover were 11 millimeter. Then these bolts here for the throttle cable bracket, they were 10 millimeter. Again, this is a 99 4.0 liter Wrangler inline 6. Then once you get all the cover cleaned up, and you want to make sure you clean the head where the gasket goes. You want to clean that really good too. Clean it to the best of your ability. It was kind of hard for me. I was able to take a flathead screwdriver and kind of scrape it around, and then kind of soak one of my rags with engine degreaser or some kind of cleaner, whatever you want to use. Just clean it off the best you can. Then you slip the new gasket in. Then put the cover all back on and put everything back together. Then you just tighten it all down and you should be good to go. Just make sure you double check yourself, make sure you have everything put back the way it was. Then I would recommend like what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting for my oil to drain, finish draining, changing the oil out. So I would recommend going ahead, because you might have, got some stuff down in there you want to clean out. So change your oil. Make sure you're changing it on a regular basis, because if you don't, then you're going to get a bunch of buildup inside your engine block, and that just is never good. Makes things run poorly. But anyway, so that's how you change a valve cover gasket on a 99 4.0 liter, the TJ. I believe the TJs run from the 97 to 2006. I'm sure they're all very similar. I know there are some variances, but that's pretty much it. So good luck. It's not very hard. You need minimal tools. I don't have a very big toolbox. Very little. There it is. And but it got the job done. Pretty easy. Anybody with a mechanical aptitude ought to be able to do it. So good luck and happy wrenching.